Um, Jaleel, as you know, I'm big on talented people do and Drake's also an author as well. Jake, tell us about the book real quick. How did it come together and just put people on it, man. I think it's really cool that you can add not only awesome girl dad, but also author to an amazing growing list of things you can put on your LinkedIn.
And how do we get the book? Where do we get the book? How much you gotta pay? Because people gonna want to know.
Yeah. Thank you. Becoming an author was, something that they didn't really know how to do. We kind of we as in me and DeAndre Yedlin, who's a co-author of the book and also my former teammate. All the away trips we would go on, we would talk on these flights, and we aligned on a lot of things, and one of those things was a mindfulness and how we be mindful. At the time, I think he had a 2-year-old and he had a newborn on the way. So he would talk about how being mindful as a parent would help him out. I wasn't a father yet, but I still was interested about how mindfulness can kind of enhance your lifestyle. It can kind of add to your life in a good way. And so we kind of came up with this idea just to create a mindfulness type book for children that intended for children. And as it developed, it almost turned into a mindfulness book for everybody. So it was formatted and illustrated for readers of all ages. And, it's book 1 of the Mindfulness Expedition series. And we essentially drew inspiration from both of our childhoods of how we, both of us spent a lot of time in nature and realized, man, this is like something that we share in common, but we also found that helped us out a lot in our development is into who we are today. Being mindful of your surroundings, of your environment, even just spending time in nature for us gave us a lot of peace of mind, and was something as, young kids that I think we both really enjoyed. So all right, how can we kind of pair the two together and integrate it into this mindfulness book? And I came with the idea to call the first book X Marks the Spot. And, we kind of named, or I guess created a character after ourselves. He's like a young Black character who, goes from one environment to the next and experiences change and goes through adversity and, uses what he learns in nature to also help him out in the city where he moves to. And without, giving out too many spoilers, it's a book that was crafted with a lot of intention in terms of how it reads, in terms of the messaging and the lessons. And, it's something that it just gets me excited. It's like another passion of mine, and be able to create something that we can share with the world and, hopefully help kids learn about mindfulness and share the story is something that pretty proud of. And, you can find it at themindfulnessexpedition.com. We kind of think life is a mindfulness expedition, being aware of yourself, being aware of your environment in this journey through life. You can learn a lot. And I think I feel like I was mindful as a kid, but also helping kids understand mindfulness from an early age, I think is super valuable. As you get older, there's so much going on, having kids, your career, taking 10, 15, 20 minutes out of your day just to go on a stroll, maybe go sit at a park bench, listen to the birds, kind of disconnect and reconnect with something greater than yourself could, I think, really help you out.
Incredible, a real Renaissance man, and empower the next generation one book at a time. X Marks the Spot. As Drake says, every day is an opportunity to get better, and we are better, Drake, for you joining us here on New Ground.